VIP. Let's kick it.
What's going on YouTube? It's Jay Wilson here and I'm coming at you with a video on Monday. Yep, normal video on Monday. But this one is actually a request from John Largo with that massive, what I'm assuming to become a breeding hot ground out there in Arizona. And he requested a video on the Marineland C-530 canister filter, and he wanted to know what my thoughts were and a quick little review. So I'm going to kind of keep this short and sweet and to the point. The Marineland C-530 is a massive canister. When you're comparing it to the likes of an XPXL from API, a Sun, an Aquatop, even a FX5 or FX6, it's pretty big. It's quite the size. It's about the same size as of an FX5, FX6, except for the little motor on the right-hand side of the FX5 and FX6. But it is huge. It has a flow of 530 gallons per hour. It is rated for a 150-gallon saltwater or freshwater tank. Now, one of the things Marineland does is it doesn't overrate their canister filter because it doesn't want you to be let down. So that's one of the things that you can look forward to when you purchase a Marineland canister filter is if it says 150-gallon tank, it's going to do that, 150-gallon tank. It's not going to tell you a 300-gallon tank and then let you down. Now, it does say virtually no media bypass. And what that means is when you stack those trays on there, it's saying that no water bypasses the media, except it says virtually. If you look that word up in the dictionary, it means almost, but not quite. So there will be some water that sneaks past the media, but I mean, that's expected. A neat thing about this is you are going to get some media with it. You're going to get your bio balls, you're going to get some carbon, and you're going to get some ceramic rings. So that's pretty neat in itself because you're going to be paying about 200 bucks depending on where you get it, and it's going to come with some media to get you started. So if you're just, joining the hobby, or you're adding to a tank and you're really tight on budget and you're like, crap man, I want a decent filter, but I don't have some extra money to get media right now, it's worth a shot. So the Marineland C-530 is kind of a large, sleek, I don't want to say sleek, but it's silver and black, and I'm going to show it to you here in a second. But let me tell you my thoughts on it. I've been running it well over a month, and the reason why this review took so long is because I like to run the filter. I want it to actually do its job before I tell you if it's worth it or not. I'm not going to run it for a couple days and say, this is the most fantastic filter I've ever ran in my entire life. You should go out and get it, or it is definitely the best purchase I've ever made in my entire life. That's not it. So the reason why it took so long, John, is I wanted to take my time and actually do a clean, an actual, let me rinse it all out, let me see how hard it is, and then get it all back together and get it back in my tank. Here are some things that I ran across. Putting it together is just like any other filter except for one thing. It's got this little child safety key. Simple enough once you figure it out. It's a neat little feature. I don't really think it needs it, but Marineland thought so. Okay, great. Tubes are extremely thick, really, hardy. The plastic is pretty sturdy. All in all, it's a good quality filter for the price. It's pretty solid inside, pretty easy to clean. The media baskets are pretty sturdy. The only thing I didn't like is where the water is going to come through inside, there's a rubber ring on top of that, and those do come off fairly easily. I'm not sure what they're there for other than to protect the media baskets from clapping down together. Not sure what that's for, but I'm going to grab the camera, I'm going to show you some things on the filter, and then that's pretty much it. The filter itself does exactly what it's supposed to do. It filters the water, it produces, the gallons per hour are 530. I haven't tested that because, frankly, I don't know how to do that. It does keep my water pretty crystal clear. I am running 2 other filters, and overall I am pleased with the filter. I do recommend it for anyone that wants to purchase a filter on a budget. So if you are looking for a filter that's sub $200, I do highly recommend that you look at the Marineland C-530. So let's check it out. So here we go. We got the output tube, pretty thick and hardy right here. And I believe you can see it right there. It's a single output. It's got, I mean, it's flexible on both ends, top and bottom. We're gonna go right over here to the intake. Now that's slight disappointment. The intake is kind of short. Look at the Sun. It's very adjustable, very short. It's about the size of the AP XL. All right, now it's got your normal stuff. This is gonna be your primer. It is a self-priming canister, so once you get everything hooked up, you're gonna have to press this once or twice and get it pumping. It's got your 4 clips. This is gonna act as a handle. So you've got your clip here, and then you got your handle under here so you can take it out. Now, your housing does feel slightly cheap, but I've kind of mashed it down a couple times and I haven't had an issue. Now, that key that I was talking about is right under here. See that little extra key? I guess it's just an added piece of security. The tubing, extremely thick. This is what I was talking about. It's that sleek, I guess. I don't know if I wanted to say sleek, but it's that silver and black. So it's a different take than the white and silver, or, you know, the Eheim colors and the Fluval colors. I guess it was just different. Now, it is tall. If you look at the opening, see if I can back up here. See how it sits down there? I barely have clearance to get it in and out. Okay, so now that you got a good look at it, you've seen some things. The only thing I can't do is show you inside because it is running and I don't want to make a mess in the house. It has 4 media baskets. They look just like normal media baskets. They are large. You could fit 4 carbon bags inside. They do come with some foam pads. So you got foam pads, ceramic rings, bio balls, the carbon bags, and it tells you exactly how to set it up. All in all, it's a pretty good canister filter. I mean, ultimately, I don't think you can go wrong with the Marineland C-530. Other than, you know, 2 or 3 nitpicky things, it's pretty good. Now, I did measure it. It's 21.5 inches tall. So you're gonna have to measure if you're putting it underneath your stand. So, I hope you enjoyed the quick little review. It does what it says it does. For under 200 bucks, it comes with media, and it's a pretty sturdy, pretty hefty canister. So thanks for tuning in. Hit like, hit subscribe, and check out John Largo.